Mm, 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 What up, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon. Listen, we in episode 6. What? Let's go. What? Breakfast going live. Hey, hey. 1 million breakfast going. Ah. Good morning, good afternoon. How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Y'all good? Y'all straight? You got your coffee? You got your tea? You got your biscuit? You got your sandwich? Yes? Cool. Welcome to another episode of 1 billion. Brave episode 6. I mean, it's just like butter coming out my mouth. Like episode 6. We flowing and we going. I'm your host, Dōmo Jones. I am the very first, I need y'all to hear me very clear. I am the very first disability talk show host with a show about people with disabilities. Woo! Let that marinate. Like, I'm breaking stigmas, okay? I'm breaking stigmas. I appreciate everyone that is joining in, that's tuning in. Please post in the comments. I want to see y'all. Like, I love talking to my people because y'all family and we love you. I love you. We love you. Okay, so gotta do the house rules. Oh wait, let me tell you who I am. I'm Dōmo Jones. I am an author. I am a disability confidence coach, and I love you. That's pretty much all y'all need to know. So, what up, Echo? I love you. So let's get into the house rules real quick. No profanity. We don't do that here. There's so many words in the world that we could use. We're not going to be bashing no gender, no politics, no ethnicities, and no religion. Nah, the show is about love. The show is about positivity. The show is about uplifting and encouraging, motivating. 3, we keep God first on this show. I am a Christian and I will be talking about Jesus Christ. You will be hearing that. You will be hearing a few scriptures. You will be making him known. Why? Because without him, I'm nothing. So I gotta give him his credit because he got major clout in my life. So I'm gonna let him know. And 4, this show, although it is majority about the disabled community, we do encourage like all walks of life. It's not just to bring awareness, but it's to bring confidence. It's to bring, hi grandma, I love you. It's to bring understanding on how we live, who we are, whose we are. So yeah, all right. Are y'all ready for the episode 6 title? Good. So, episode 6, the topic is not a curse. Why we say that? I'm gonna let y'all know. Yo, we got a super dope guest on the show. We got a super dope guest. Pink Diva Rockstar. I love you, April. Are y'all ready for this super dope guest? Like, this is my girl, bro. Like, this is my girl. How do I say girl and bro at the same time? This is my girl. Alicia Savannah. Let's go.
What's up,
Alicia
everyone?
Savannah. What up, though? How you living?
What?
How you live? I love the hair.
Thank
Like,
you so much. I love yours. I want to lock mine so bad. I just need a little more length, though.
you
Woo!
need to.
Yeah.
Like, come on over. Cross on over.
You know, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so
Cross on over. Cross on over. Yo, okay, so because this is my girl, like we friends, like for real, we can go at it all the time. But I need the
right,
people to know.
right.
Let them know. Sharon, I love you. Let them know like who you are. Let's get into it. Who you
Well,
are, where you from.
I'm Leash, aka. Well, I'm Alicia, aka. But y'all could just call me Leash because we peeps. But I am originally from Cali. I've been in Atlanta for a really long time, but just saying it doesn't sound right.
It's
No.
all good. It's
Yeah.
all
Let's see. I'm 31. Okay. third.
You almost like a senior citizen. I didn't say
Oh,
it, but
okay. Listen. I'm only in my third quarter, but it's all right. Look, we're not even gonna get into it. Okay, we're gonna get into other things. Thank you.
other things.
I am T10, T11, SCI survivor. You know what I mean? I am a Willie. Um, I don't know what else. I'm the oldest of five. I'm an Herbalife distributor. Hello, this is my best friend Easley's friend. Hello, we get into it. We support Black businesses. All that good.
I love it. I love it. Oh, we about to have a blast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so I definitely want you to share your story, like share the journey of how you became in a wheelchair.
Okay. So I was involved in a car accident amongst 6 other people. It was 7 of us in total. This was a freak accident. The tire blew and like girl came out the back window. um yeah, and messed my stuff up. But look at me smiling in the hospital. That was like the day after. And I was like, slow. Look at me with my little brakes on. Oh my gosh, that was awful. Okay. Listen, breaking my back was awful. I thought it was going to be the end of the world. But little did I know, that's when I really started to live. Because, like, when something drastic happens, that's when you know, oh my gosh, literally, you have to live in the moment because it could end at any moment.
Right.
Also, it's like, oh snap, it really could. So let me get right. I've literally done more things since I've become disabled. I'm literally now living my best life. I thought like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get around in a wheelchair. That's gonna be no fun. I'm not
Right.
gonna do anything. I've literally traveled. I've been to camps. I've water skied, jet skied. I went zip lining. I have done so many things. Like I've been on a cruise. My wheels like are just my throne. Like, I feel like I ever have a seat at the table. you know? But it's not like I think so many people see it and they're like, oh, that's awful. But then they catch the vibe and I'm like, wow,
Right.
maybe
Right. Yeah,
I'm
cause you're a whole vibe. Like period.
I mean, you gotta keep living. It's not the end of the world. Like literally, I feel like I started living. Like that's when it was like,
That's deep.
oh,
That's deep.
I'm telling you, like you hear people shout YOLO all the time because they doing something retarded. But like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't use retarded, but they doing something crazy. You know what I mean? But then, really, like when Jesus shows you, hey, listen, I am in control. All right, you
Right.
only live in this moment right now. If I decide that moment is done, then you're gonna come home. Then so like it's when that YOLO moment happens, you're like, oh snap, okay,
Right.
and you can't help but to like gratitude be the attitude. You can't
Right.
help
That's good.
literally.
Gratitude, good attitude. So when you first, so okay, let's go back before you had your surgery. What was life like before? I'm sorry, not surgery, accident. What was life like? How was you living before you got impacted?
Just literally day by day. I wasn't really. I had just started really getting into my health journey. Your girl had lost 80 pounds. It was amazing. I started my Herbalife business, started helping other people get their results. Like, oh, okay. I on it. Your girl was wearing two-piece and stuff. I'm like, oh, you know, I had just found a bomb job, a career with MailChimp. Like I was on my way. The person I wanted to be, like who I am now, is who I aspire to be, and I was working towards. It was like in slow motion. So I was on my way, but it was just happening slower. But I mean, I was also working. I was just in the motion. Like I wasn't living. Like I was just existing.
Floating.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally
Yeah.
going to work, doing my little side hustles, kind of going out here and there, but like now is way. So like I feel like before I was existing. You know what I'm saying? Like I really wasn't taking life up on all it had to offer.
Mm. Hmm. No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Like you weren't really seeing life for what it was. You were just kind of like doing the flow.
I was taking it for granted. It was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's deep.
one day I'll do this one day. Oh, I'll do this one day. Like I went on a cruise literally with my sister and my cousin, like 2 or 3 weeks before the accident happened. The best time ever. Okay, this was my third cruise by then, but like I was starting to try, starting to do things, but I was still taking it for granted because it was like, oh, I've got time. I've got time.
You thought you had time. Yeah.
Like at the time,
So that's deep because so when you actually got into the accident, because did you know, so when you got into the accident, did you know that it was as detriment as it was?
oh, absolutely. So when I came out the window, like literally, I'm in the air, like, oh Jesus! Literally, I'm hollering Jesus, okay? Because like you said, this is if it was not for God, listen. This is all
Right,
here. You know what I'm saying? Because literally, it's not on my own accord. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
I am in the air. I'm like Jesus. My nana told me since I was a kid, anytime something is going on, holler the blood of Jesus. But so,
Right?
Jesus. The first time I said, I feel like the mic wasn't on, so I had to like tap that thing one more time. Jesus. Okay. Like, okay, I got you. I got you. So like when I hit the ground, I actually hit the ground because I'm just in the air. It's pitch black outside. I don't know what I'm coming in contact with, whether it's gonna be water, tree, I don't know. But when I hit the ground, like the impact, I knew instantly something was wrong. A lot of things was wrong. But
Right.
it was like when I stopped, because I was like kicking up dirt. So like I came in hot. So like it took a minute for me to actually stop. So I didn't like just boop, hit the ground. No, like I was kicking it up for a little while. But when I actually stopped and was able to like, okay, I'm situated, I knew my legs were in front of me, but I knew I couldn't feel them. So it was
Mm.
like, oh, hey, this was like a gradual, or, I'm in the ambulance and I'm able to move my legs or something. No, like literally, I knew something was wrong. And I was reaching out and I was touching thigh, but it wasn't
Couldn't.
registered.
That's crazy. So, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
like the reality of that, looking at your legs, trying to get up, and you can't even move. Like,
Literally. I couldn't, trying to get up wasn't an option, like, because I'd broken ribs, like, literally, I was engulfed in a bush. You couldn't even see me. Like, but God,
wow.
because to my left, I was able to breathe through a hole. To my right, I was able to stick my hand out. That was the only way they were able to find me, because I was able to put my hand out of the bush. But like, because my ribs and stuff was broken, I couldn't yell anything. So literally, I could smell gas, and I'm like, if this truck catches on fire, I'm like, whoo, this gonna be a bad
SOL.
oh, you know what I'm saying? It's a bad no, but because I couldn't do anything. I definitely could not move. I could not yell. I couldn't do anything. I tried to wiggle just to see what was possible. Just that alone. Woo. Oh.
Right.
So
Right.
it was just kind of like, okay, literally, it was in that moment where it was just like I had no choice but to surrender. Jesus, do your thing, because like literally, I cannot do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was literally like in that moment, it was like, okay, total surrender. You know what I'm saying? Because what else could I do?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it wasn't a defeated surrender. It was just kind of like, okay, listen, this is a new path, but also this may be your course that you had planned for me all along. You know what I mean? Who
Mm.
a lot of times we try to put ourselves on a path and think that we doing something, but like really,
What are you doing?
or like literally, what are you doing?
Like, what you doing? Right.
And I feel like it was like, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
do
Well,
not
you
let
know what? That's deep. So in retrospect now, do you feel like there were moments or a moment where God was trying to get your attention and you were just like, I got time.
I, I'm telling you, I am a procrastinator, okay?
Me,
Any
me too.
he knows. And I'm also slow, okay? Like I move real slow. My mom's called me a turtle since I was a child, okay? This morning, I literally text my team because they made me at the nutrition club. I'm sorry, I'm in because slow motion, but it would be like in certain instances would happen, or when he's speaking to you, but it was just like I'm getting to that. No, okay, but I'm still trying to live my life the way I want to live it right now. So I've got time to do what. I mean, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna be
Right. Like, let me get this out my system first, and then I'm gonna holla at you.
Yeah, he was like, I said what I said.
What I said.
Whoa, okay, yeah. I literally like, okay, dang.
Right.
But now I'm also like, receive big dog, appreciate because like literally now I'm living.
Right. I definitely have to agree. I feel like if I didn't have my medical conditions,
Mhm.
I probably would not even be thinking about putting God first. Like, I wouldn't even be thinking about praying. I wouldn't even be thinking about, just thinking about him
Yeah,
and realizing where he is in my life.
yeah,
So it's like our conditions really kind of saved us.
yeah. Literally,
For real, for real.
I I thought that since I was a child, I've been called golden child, miracle child, all kind of things. I know that I have power. I'm called some things, but like you said, I've got time. I'm like, dang, y'all been on me since I was little. Let me be grown. Let me do my thing for a little while. Oh my gosh. Like I thought that me getting tattoos, piercings, just different things. It was like, this is not of God. You're not supposed to. Oh,
Hmm, hmm.
your body is your temple. How can you can't do that and praise God in the same sentence? And it was like, okay, all right, well then maybe I'm gonna praise God behind closed doors and do my thing because y'all gonna judge me regardless. So
Right.
you and I know that I got some time, so I'm gonna do it in time. Everybody else I'm not worried about. But then he was like, yeah, you got time right now. And I was like, oh, and
This is your time. Like,
literally, and okay, and now I'm just like, use me for your greater good. Literally, as long as people see the light and the vibes in me, I know I'm doing my job. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And I know that I'm on his path because, I mean,
I ain't got no choice at this point.
hello.
Got no
But it's cool though.
right.
It's not something that I'm upset about, something that I'm bitter about, or anything like that. And like, I think people see me and they're always like, "You're so positive and you're so happy, even on your rough days." Like, because season changes, this weather change, all that stuff. It be rough, but also it's like it be the little things for me. The sun is shining, like you see
Right.
little gloom, it's like it's little things now that I appreciate. It's the little signs now that I recognize and acknowledge instead of I'ma just it's like
Right.
with him being on the forefront, knowing that I'm a vessel, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just here to do the work that I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
And that's that. But it's like now, like I'm on the right track. Like, it's like
Yeah.
tune. And because I'm in tune, it's like, what's for you is for you. And that's just that. The work that you're supposed to do, that you are deemed to do, you know what I'm saying? You just got to step into it. So now it's like,
Right.
let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
And that was why I named this episode Not a Curse, because a lot of times when you come from like being able bodied to having a disability tragically, a lot of people think like, oh, you done did something bad, or like your life is forever like
Yeah.
crushed and over. I'm like, nah, this ain't no curse. Like, this is
Right.
actually a gift.
Lit. I get to live. Like, literally, I don't, I think for me, when people do that, oh my gosh, like, initially it used to get on my nerves and it would get
Yeah.
in when it was like, oh, well, everything happens for a reason, so maybe this was karma. Okay, I'm not sure what
Girl.
you serve, but we don't serve the same, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you
Clearly.
on the this time, but you catch me on a bad day, and I'm like, no. All right. So I had to dig into personal development, get up in there. I had to pray because it was like some days I'd be like, what? You did something to deserve this, and it was like, what are you talking about?
That's so irritating.
Like literally, but then also it'd be like the people would be like, oh my, I just this is terrible. What? And it'd be like, what do you mean?
Terrible for who?
Well, what do you see me, girl? Hello, do you see me?
Okay, just as fine as could be.
Do you see me? Like literally, I drive, I do everything. So it's like,
Right.
I mean, you literally have to adapt and achieve. It's not, oh my gosh, I'm in a wheelchair. Life is over. No, literally, I am thanking God that I have this wheelchair so I can get around. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? God for the little ramps, for the little things to make things accessible for me. Like accessibility is a whole nother conversation.
Listen, we're going to delve into that. I may have you as a guest because I really don't think people be getting the accessibility part or lack thereof.
Oh my good, listen, it's crazy when you have your own ramps to places that should have a curb that drops for you. How do you
Yeah.
have parking spots nowhere for anybody if they need? Oh, okay. Listen, like I said, that's something that's not literally something. What?
But was that mentality okay? So right now you're like as strong as that. You're like at your peak of strength mentally, right? So when you had the like it is a process daily for real. So I totally get that. But compared to when you first had your accident, the reality of knowing like I may be in a wheelchair for a pretty long time, I won't be able to walk, and I was just able to walk maybe like 2 weeks ago. So how did you grow your mental into realizing like, yo, this is actually for my good?
Right? Honestly, it took a little while. It was I was in Colombia when the accident first. Like, okay, I knew, like I said, I knew when the accident happened, I knew that I couldn't feel. And it was like, ooh, this is bad. But I knew it was bad. It was like, okay. By the time I got in the ambulance, I was huge. I was so puffed up. I knew it was bad, but it was like, all right. After I had my surgery and I put the brace on and I was like bedridden for a little while, I was like, okay, this is really bad. And it was like, all right, Jesus, I trust you and I'm gonna roll with this because I ain't got no choice. But it was like, I can do this. I was kind of like, I was real, still smiling and do this. But then they tried to stand me up.
Ooh.
The pain, literally, and in hindsight, I wish I would have kept going. My mom literally walked out that day because she was ready to fight. Okay, it was no, oh, she felt so. No, baby, my mom was ready to go.
Listen, mamas will go in.
Literally,
Period.
like the pain, I could feel it down to my toes. Like literally, it was like for a split second, my body was back online, and it was like, okay, in that moment, I was a baby all over again, and it was like, I cannot do this. I don't want to do this. Put me back in the bed. I'm not going to be able to make it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, Alicia, kind of don't have a choice because they did put me back in the bed because my mom left and I was like literally screaming my lungs out and I was not nice. Okay, put me down. I was not sunshine and rainbows that day. Put me down. But then it was like, okay. I had a few days later and it was like they wanted to get me up, but they were gonna have to put me like in one of those little chairs that they had to push. I didn't have a chair of my own, and it was like, okay, so I'm supposed to just sit in the bed because I can't go anywhere.
Right,
It's
right.
really hard, but then I got to the Shepherd Center. I got my wheelchair, and again, I was back in high spirits. I can do this, yeah. But then it was like other things started happening, my bowel and bladder and everything, and then the chair, and it was like, all right, I literally cried my eyeballs out. I mean, I was howling practically like a dog with my mom in my room, and I was just like, I cannot do this. There is no way I'm gonna be able to keep going. And I was like, everybody is expecting me to be all, I can't do this. It was like literally. in that moment, I felt like there was no way I could do it. But it was like she grabbed my face and she was crying with me and everything. She let me get it out, but she
Yeah.
and she was like, "You are the golden child," and it was
Okay.
right. And she was like, "You are my miracle baby," and I'm like, "Right." My mom carried me herself, delivered me herself at 13. Okay, so
Wow.
like it's and like I said, from a child, I've been told that I am whatever, but like in that moment, it was like you right, and it was like I don't have a choice. She literally was like, "Baby, I'm sorry, do not have a choice." Okay,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your legs are asleep right now. She was like, "This is your only means," and she was like, "I refuse to watch you sit and wither away in a bed. So,
Right.
what are we?
Okay.
Are we gonna do this crying, seething, mad, whatever?
But we're gonna do it.
But we're gonna do it." And she's like,
Yeah.
"Here every step of the way," and it was like, you know what? I cried some more, of course. I prayed, and it was like, you're right. And it was kind of like after that, I have my days where I'm like, oh, it would be so much easier to just get up and go to the bathroom, get up,
Right.
or it's raining, I just want to run in, ooh, 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 sugar melts in water, you know what I mean? But like, it's not, I've never had that moment where I'm just like, because literally it was in that moment where it was like, yeah, I don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, after I cried it out, it was like, and I haven't had, oh my gosh, I can't do this moments after that. And that year, it's almost been, what I'm saying, but it was like, God has literally been with me every step of the way, and my support system is huge. You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
love that. That's big because support, we deal every day is a different day. If you have a disability, literally every day you can be at your peak, like I could do everything in the world, and what the weather will change and you can't do nothing at all.
at all.
Like nothing. And that's the realistic of what we deal with. But because we our physical lacks, and I say this all the time, because my physical lacks, the mental is strong, so that's what keeps us pushing.
Mindset is everything. Mindset
Mindset is
is
everything.
everything. I tell all my, like, anytime that I meet new people, whether they are just getting into it, been in it, whatever, mindset is everything. Because a lot of times people are like, Alicia, you were just so wow, like, look, I was pumping gas yesterday in my truck. I mean, it is what
Doing
it
you.
it's totally normal for wheelchair users to pump their own gas. It's okay, guys. Literally, they be like,
I'm
woo,
not an alien or anything.
do it again. She's doing magic. And it's like,
Not match.
love me doing something simple, okay? Like, not
Don't you pump your gas? Okay,
one,
so me too.
like, but the other, then you can be stopped. But until then, relax. But I'm putting my chair back in the truck, and I'm just doing my thing. And she's like, you are amazing. And I was like, oh, hi, thank you. Thank you. And she was like, no, seriously. She was like, you are just literally just doing it without a care in the world. She was like, you don't seem upset. You're not chunking your chair in the car. And I'm like, no, this is my caddy. Okay. This is my buddy Benz, baby. We're not gonna beat her up.
Let them know.
Okay, her, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, no. And she just was like, and so when people see that, because a lot of people see wheelchair users and be like, oh, I'm sure your life is so sad. And it's like, I'm living better than you. What you mean? So when people
If they only knew.
that, I appreciate it, because it's like I don't want people to see me and be like, so
What was you like?
I want them to be like,
Right.
lit. I'm trying to. I want that energy in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want people to know, that hey, listen, there's like room for you. We can all be friends. You know what I mean? But like, I don't want you to come over here like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Right.
Because if you
And
have that type of energy,
that's true.
like, please don't do that. And I have no problem telling you, please don't. Please don't. Because
Yeah, I don't have no problem.
it's
My,
2021.
First Lady Bailey. First Lady Bailey. I love you. That's the boss lady of the whole entire network, okay? You gotta shout her out. First Lady Bailey.
First Lady Bailey. First Lady. Mm, 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 mm.
First Lady Bailey. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, no, but that is true. I feel like You have to teach people how to treat you.
Yes, absolutely.
If you down, if you sad, if you depressed, then they gonna treat you as such. But if you like, yeah, I have a disability, yeah, I have some limitations, but what that mean? Don't we all?
Hello,
Mine you could just see. Be
hello,
clear.
hello.
Be clear.
Like, and I think another thing that's what catches people off guard with me because they're like, oh, yeah, don't do that. No, no, let's not do that. Okay, all right.
Don't do now that. Don't do.
But I can't do, not you. All right, you know what I'm saying? Because like people will see me jump in my truck, or like my girlfriend, she got an Audi, so like people see me jumping out of foreign, and they be like, hold on, and it's like, y'all relax. It's a car, it's a truck. All right, that's it, and a wheelchair coming up out of it. All right, just okay. It's okay. It's
This is
okay.
right. It's not a
It's
circus act here.
magic. Calm down. It's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand to see somebody like, oh, you drive?
Do you drive?
Literally. When you got gout in your pinky toe, do you drive? You, that you can consider a disability in the moment. But you still drive, right? So it'd be like, I don't like for people. I'm trying to break. We're breaking stigmas, literally, because like I want people to see me. I'm a boss in my wheelchair. Nah, I'm a victim. You know what I'm saying? This is not a curse. Like literally, this is life. Literally,
Right.
it's life. It's life.
Yeah. It's life, and it's just a different life that you live. But that don't mean it's separate from anything. Like I love that.
It is.
I want people to know, y'all. I know y'all hear the house phone. That is so
Right.
good. We live, okay? This is as real as it gets. This is as real as it gets.
Absolutely.
Cause someone answered the phone. It don't matter. Y'all can still hear me. I want people to know where to find you because they gotta rock with you.
You can find me on, of course, Alicia Savannah. Y'all Insta underscore LE at the end, not LY. Y'all. Okay. Well, it looks kind of backwards this way, but okay. Underscore Lee. I'm on TikTok, but I can't remember. But anyway, connect with me. Let's be friends.
I love it. I love it. So
Yes.
because you a powerhouse, what you got? What's next? What's next?
It,
Like what you checking off?
all of the things. So I'm in the works of creating an app for my everybody. Inclusion is a thing for me. Everybody can, but also here for my folks who need to wait. And you need to get your mind away from things, and you don't want to have to ask your friend for life out different things. Um, my Herbalife business. Okay. Oh, my pen's over here. Hello. My Herbalife business is forever growing. I'm in the business to impact people, and it's not about the number, but also I want to give an option to my disabled folks to be able to be financially secure.
I can't hear you. There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
You back. You back.
All of the things you have to worry about just being on the check because it's out here with Herbalife. Okay, so if y'all trying to get right, whether that's lose weight, you just want to get some bomb energy because if y'all can't tell, your girl is lit. Anyway, um, I'm working on workout like classes, wheelies. I want to get us all together. My bestie has an line, so we're trying to incorporate everything anyway. Health as well. I'm also working on getting there, but ooh, that's a
We'll see
process.
about that.
But So we're doing things.
Yo, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You already know. I definitely appreciate.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Veronica. I
Okay.
appreciate you. I love you, Mother Dixon. I definitely appreciate you for taking the time, for coming on the show. It means so much. I don't take anyone, any guest, any person, for granted because we're literally like family. We just in a different location, but we listen. You my sister, okay? Period.
Absolutely.
Everyone, please go follow her on IG, on Facebook. Just let her know, just show her love because she's doing big things in the small world, and that's how we get down.
Things, okay? Now we credit where credit due. All right. Don't,
Right, big things in the small world. Thank
yeah.
you again so much for being on the show. I'ma holla at you late in the gate. Uh,
Hey,
uh, uh. I love you.
love you for having me.
Welcome. So that's how we get down.
Absolutely.
How we get down. So y'all, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. I love her. Like she has such a vibrant and bright energy. I say this all. Don't let the disability fool you. She had a wheelchair and she living life more than she was without it. That's how we do. I want to thank you guys so much for being on the show. I love the comments. Ashley, Erica, First Lady Bailey, all y'all, Miss Veronica, I see Grandma, uh, April, all you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you, Echo. I thank everyone for being on the show, just taking the time. I don't take it lightly. You guys could be doing so many other things. So thank you for thank you, and I love y'all. We out this piece next week. Please watch it because we're gonna have a super dope set. I mean, y'all already know, like episode 7, we about to be live. Like that's just how we get down. That's how 1 billion brave gets down. Please follow me on Facebook, 1 billion brave. On IG, Dōmo Jones, Coach Dōmo Jones. And um, I will see y'all next time. We out. First Lady Baby, I love y'all. Gabe, get me out of here.